Hey everyone, it's P.O. Washington here. Just wanted to give you some tips real quick. Hope everyone's having a great Saturday. What today I wanted to talk about is 311 because what I realized is a lot of people don't really have a true understanding of what 311 is about and what it actually is supposed to do. So I got my notes over here. So you're going to see me looking over here a couple times. And then I'm going to put some stuff up so that way it can help you understand a little better. So 311 system is a non-emergency phone number that people can call in many cities to find information about services, make complaints, or report problems like graffiti or road damage. Right? The 311's mission is to provide the public with quick, easy access to all New York City government services and information while maintaining the highest possible level of customer service. 311 allows other government bodies to focus on their core missions and manage their workload efficiently. 311 also helps city agencies improve their service delivery by providing accurate and consistent data tracking and analysis for all service requests. The part I want you to pay close attention to is consistent data tracking, right? There's a couple different ways you can access 311, and we'll talk about that a little later. But in practice, what I wanted you to understand is not everything you call about actually is police-related matter. So it might not get forwarded to the police. It might get forwarded to other departments. So, right. So I want to say, basically, in the modern era of so in the modern era, right, with a city as large as New York City, it's almost impossible for government to have firsthand knowledge of problematic conditions in the city without residents informing them of it. Government also identified problems and conditions through the collection of data. That's what I was talking about earlier with data, basically numbers. With that being said, I'm going to give you an example. Mr. Johnson has a car that is parked in front of his house for 2 weeks and is becoming an eyesore, right? Most people, they decide, sometimes they call 311 for something like that. I mean, not 311, but 911. And that's something that 911 is definitely not for. You call 311, but the issue with 311 and a lot of people's frustration is it's not a 1, 2, 3 thing. So what Mr. Johnson should do is call 311, right, when he sees the car that's parked there for more than a week. Because in New York City, you can park on the street for a week at a time, but after a week, the car must be moved. If not, it's subject to being summoned and or towed. Encourage your neighbors to also call if they see it also. Multiple calls will identify this as a problem, and it will be queued to be addressed by the appropriate agency. Right? Also, you have a big issue this summer is my second example is Miss Williams has a neighbor that has a loud party every Saturday night. It is very annoying and she can't sleep, right? So that's also a 311 issue unless you see other kind of crimes occurring at the party, and then you should call 911. When you call 311, this is what you should do. Write down the facts of the issue that you are having so you can recite it to the operator in a clear and concise manner. They're not going to really have time to hear the whole story from back when you first moved to the house. They don't want to hear that. They just want to hear the facts and the reason why you called. Write down the date and time you called 311 plus the SR number that they provide. Ask them what is the status turnaround time for the issue you called for. They'll tell you sometimes it's a day, sometimes it's 24 hours, a lot of different times. You wait a week and you follow up with another call to see what the status is. If that isn't sufficient, then call the agency directly that is handling the issue. It's not always now NYPD. It might be another agency. And the key is follow up, and keep notes. So hopefully this little video I gave you helps you in some form or fashion. The best way to access 311, right? You have a couple of different things. On your smartphone, you can download the 311 app on Android or iPhone. You can text 311 from 311-692. You can call 311, or if you're out of the city, it's 212 New York, which is 212-639-9675. They have a voice relay service, and then they have a TTY text telephone service, and that's for the hearing impaired. That TTY number is 212-504-4115. So you have a lot of different ways to access 311, and it should be utilized because there's a lot of city services and a lot of information that you can give. Hopefully it was helpful. And you get a chance, you can DM me if you have any more questions. I'll be doing some more videos in the future. Take care.